I mean, the amount of effort, time, and money that they have put into this to support veterans, just getting out and relaxing, taking a breath of fresh air, realizing that everything's going to be okay. What we call in the military taking that knee has been phenomenal. I can't express how good it is to get together with friends and just relax for a week here at Camp Havermale.
I love the outdoors. I love to hunt. I always have. And I met Bob through his the firing range that he owns, Practical Tactical, and he invited me out here to hunt. And it's hard to put into words how much it means, honestly. Just well, what a gesture this is for all of us, for all the veterans that get to hunt here, and the fact that we get to do it free of charge is pretty incredible.
Hey everybody, I am here with Bob Havermale. He is the owner and operator of Nemo Manufacturing, the owner and operator of Practical Tactical here in LaGrange, Missouri, and the owner and operator of Haverland, aka Havermale Farms.
Camp Haverland.
Camp Haverland. It's a beautiful camp that he hosts veterans to come hunt.
I do.
All right, so tell me a little bit about how this started, Bob.
Found Mike Cosper, got paired up with him over in Fishing for Freedom many years ago, and we hit it off, and he was interested in deer hunting. I said, hey, come over to my place. I've got land, and we had about 40 acres at the time, and he stayed at the house, came over and hunted, and it kind of grew from there. And then the next year, Colonel Schroeder showed up, and every year we've added a new soldier, and kind of evolved. And as we bought different properties, and we bought this piece in 2015, there was nothing here, just a metal building. And the wife and I always had a dream to make a nice one. And when she got cancer in 2020, and then late in 2021, when it was towards the end of it, her and I were sitting out on the porch with her in a wheelchair, and she says, you know, we promised the soldiers that we'd make them a nice deer camp. She goes, and I got life insurance, so you tell your builder that I want this other one tore down and a new one built before I die. And that was on August 27th, and we started tearing it down that day. And she passed away on October 14th. And we had this already built and under roof. We were laying the floors the day that we buried her. But she wanted to see it. She wanted the deer camp.
Yeah, I met Bob and Karen 14 years ago at a Fishing for Freedom event. And Bob invited me up to hunt in that same year or so, and we've been doing it every year since, every single year.
Okay, I guess what I'm holding here in my hands is the quilt that she made for you. So this must have been her first.
She made me one first, yes, and as you can tell, I'm a little younger there, so it's been a while. But
I feel like you haven't changed at all. But I love how, like you said, she put the details of even your children and everything in there. She put a lot of heart into these quilts.
Just a wonderful lady. She was really good to us. I mean, she's so missed.
Yes.
Everybody here that I'm surrounded with are brothers that I've, in a lot of cases, you know, going back to Kurt or even Rob and Mike, you know, that I served with before. I did 25 and a half years, and throughout that service, interwoven with service with these guys, either stateside or downrange, Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo, all those places. And so just a chance to interconnect with them, again, on a passion that we have together is just, I look forward to it every year. It's just something, I put it on my calendar, and it's right up there with Christmas, to be honest with you. And as we changed jobs, I was like, hey, this week, I'm not doing anything but going to deer camp. So you got to schedule out, stuff gets canceled, moved, it doesn't matter. Make every opportunity to be here, but it's to get to hang out with these guys over, these goofballs over here. So it's a lot of fun.
My favorite spot is what we call 57 North. It's right on the edge of a wood line, and you can see down in the woods. So during the rut, there's a pond off to one side, and you just watch the sunrise, and then throughout the wood line, there's deer running through it constantly all day, every day. So it's pretty neat to take in nature and just sit there and relax and see all that it has to offer.
Like, this is freaking awesome. This is amazing, the setup he has here for us, and really, really blessed and thankful for Bob to do that for us. He's just a really good dude.
Because patriotism's lost in this country, is what it is. When I started Fishing for Freedom, the best thing I can tell you is the second year we were so desperate for boulders because we had too many soldiers, because I came up with an idea that I wanted to give all the Vietnam vet guys a certificate of appreciation because how crappy they got dealt with. So him and Lieutenant Colonel Schroeder got all the certificates ready. A week before the Fishing for Freedom, they said they can't make it. They said, we want you to pass them out. I said, I won't pass them out. Said, I want a soldier to pass them, not me. Well, General Taylor was in town at the time, and I asked him if he could come by. And he showed up, not knowing what was going on. We asked all the Vietnam vets to come forward, and the general walked down, shook their hand, and said, thank you for your service. And Bob got his certificate. 6 weeks later, his wife came home and said, what'd you do to my husband? Didn't do anything, I hope it. She goes, he's got his uniform in a shadow box now, and a ribbon from Vietnam that I didn't know about. And he came back and told me a year later, he says, you changed my life. When we came back from Vietnam in 1967, our plane just went off on its own area, and the commanding officer went in and he said, everyone take off your uniform now before you plane. He said, I was never so disgraced in my life. So he's volunteered every single year from then on. He'll be here tonight. So, you know, as long as I can keep giving them back and keep doing certain things, and we did. And every year Karen would make every new soldier a quilt. That was her thing. She just loved the soldiers. She would cook every meal for them while they was here. And she goes, well, I've got an idea for this one. I'm gonna make him a quilt like this. So yeah, it was pretty cool.